See, no weaving or nothing, just nice and steady and smooth. Staying in front of that puddle, rotating the tip of the gun as I come around, and stop. Let it cool. Now you should be able to just drag it. That's just the first pass. Now, the first pass I always check to make sure I'm hot enough and that it's going in good enough. And yeah, it's filling okay. I'm gonna do multiple passes, so that'll be fine. Now, when I'm starting this, see that slag right there, right in that hole? You got to get rid of that. You don't want to try to burn back into that. And then, where's the clippers, snippers? Oh, right here. I always take the end off and pull it like I showed you. So pull it, just take the slack out. This one doesn't got much slack. So now, to tie into that, I'm going to go ahead of it. I'm gonna start ahead of it, and then I'm gonna go backwards right away and get it hot a little bit and tie that weld into it. Then I'm gonna come back over that and burn the crap that I made in front of it. So it burns it out, because it's hot enough that it'll melt anything that I put in front of it. But what it'll do, instead of starting here and getting kind of a cold start and a shitty tie-in, this gives me a little bit of heat, so I wash that weld back onto that and then travel over it, and that gives me a better tie-in, a better connection. If you were doing this like critically, you'd grind the end of that and make a little V in there. So you grind a little V in there, and that helps your puddle tie into that, and then get a nice flat tie-in. I really don't like that little bit. That's called crater fill, and you can program it to do that. I'm not a big fan of it, but it works. I'm not worried about it. So same thing again. I'm gonna start ahead of it and tie in. Slow things down to build it up. And I'm just letting the weld build up. And then I sit there for a little bit. Right where I'm ending, I stop for 1, 2, maybe 3, 2.5. Just to let the wire fill up the crater, so I'm not leaving a big crater at the end. So if you look here, I'll clean it. So again, I've done a nice tie-in. See the tie-in there? Yep. So I've melted nice and hot into this weld. And then this weld, see how it's built up a little bit? I've let it sit there for a little bit to fill that crater instead of leaving a crater like that. I've built it up just a little bit, so there's a little more meat. So when I tie in, I'd rather see that than like that, you know what I mean? So now I'm gonna come around to this side. It might be tricky to get to, so I have a tack right here. So I'm gonna tie into this tack and finish this weld. And then I'll come around probably from that side and then do that section, because I can't see it. Ended a little bit quick here. See, I didn't come all the way into my weld properly. So that's a fuck up right there. Lesson learned. Okay, I'm gonna do a big one here.
Satisfying.
There, see? And again, try to do a pretty good tie-in there, see?
Yeah.
Not make it too crazy or lumpy. So just with 2 passes, I'm halfway around the pipe.
How many passes are you doing?
Huh?
How many passes are you doing?
So that is what you'd call your root pass. This is your root pass. Now the next pass will be down on the bottom, all the way around again. Then the next pass will be on the top, all the way around again. And then it'll depend how that weld looks.
Yeah.
And then it might even be like 3 more passes all the way around.
Awesome.
So it's a lot of welding. So now I'm gonna try to come from there all the way to like here. And I'm trying to stay right in that front of the puddle, but right in that joint, right where the plate meets the pipe, right in that corner. And I'm trying to burn, in my mind, I'm trying to push the weld under the pipe almost, you know? But at the same time, still allow it to build up into a heavy weld. Oh, my back. Ooh, my back. Ooh, my back. Okay, so here we are. Another good tie-in. Pretty good anyway. And then we have a really good. So that's probably one of your most important welds, is to do a real good one like this, right? Clippers. Shorten that guy up. Now I'm gonna reach through and finish that little one over here, if I can. Make sure I can come around. Decent tie-in, decent fill. So there's the first pass of the little guy. Now I probably have to come around to get this guy. Now, sometimes you can get creative with your positioning. So I want to be able to start there and then get all the way over to here in one pass. Okay, starting in front. Now I can't see the puddle anymore in this angle, so I'm listening to it. So for this whole weld right here, I was blind. I was, all I could see was my cup. So I was just listening to it to hear that same sound that I started with. There we go. Now for the next one, I'm not going to start in the same spot that my tie-in is. I'm going to start in the middle of the weld, and I'm going to come past my tie-in, burn off that side of it, and come up to here and have a new stop. So then you're always starting and stopping in different places. Yeah. So it's just a good habit to have, and then you don't get, if you get any crap, say if there's a piece of crap in there, by coming from here, I've got a hot weld, a good chance I could burn it out. The other thing is if I'm starting in the same spot and I get a cold spot there and then I get another cold spot there, I'm making it worse rather than, you know, helping to burn it out and make it better. So that's the next step. We're gonna do a pass now from here to about here. And I'm gonna be tying into about half of it. So I'm gonna be a halfway out and a halfway up. So now the bottom line, that bottom line is the bottom of the pipe for me again. So this is my center, is that the bottom line of that weld is my center for the next pass. And I'm trying to focus the heat on the plate. So now we've got 2 passes on this fully around.
Passes you have to do?
It depends on what I'm happy with. So you just keep putting passes on until you have a big enough weld. Right now, I'm thinking this 3rd pass should be a really nice weld. Got a problem?
Nope.
And now I'm gonna split my passes again. So now, if you come over here, I'll show you something. There's my tie-in underneath.
Yeah.
There's my tie-in on top. Now I'm gonna split that, so I'm gonna be in the middle here now. I'm gonna start my top pass and I'll burn through that tie-in and I'll burn across that tie-in. So I'm crossing 2 tie-ins now with all the heat.
Nice.
Keeping my puddle up high onto the pipe if I can. I'm trying to follow that top seam, see? And keep enough buildup that it's filling. There you go. Now you got a 3-pass weld. See, again, now I'm going to tie into this. I've got 1, 2 passes that I'm going to come across. Final pass. So I've managed to make it so you can see there's my tie-in, there's my tie-in. Now I'm gonna burn right past those. Weebling and wobbling all over the place on the end of that one.
So that one's done? Looks done.
Yep. Nice, eh?
Nice.
Yeah. That's a nice weld. Nice hot weld. No undercut. Plenty of material. Ain't no way that's breaking.